Okay, now let's talk about the first part, listening. First, let's look at the test description. Its intended purpose is to systematically measure test takers' English listening comprehension ability in academic and daily real-life contexts. This is consistent with the authenticity principle of quality assessment. For stakeholders and gatekeeping purposes, it provides valid and reliable English proficiency scores for universities and colleges in English-speaking countries for undergraduate or postgraduate admissions, as well as for immigration authorities to make admission and immigration decisions. Next, let's talk about the skills being measured in the IELTS listening test. The exam assesses candidates' ability to capture factual details, identify main ideas or themes, infer speakers' attitudes, intentions, and opinions, understand logical relationships, recognize synonym submissions, adapt to various English accents, and take real-time notes, among other skills. Let's look at each section in detail. The total duration of the IELTS listening test is 40 minutes. The actual listening section lasts approximately 30 minutes, and you are given an extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers from the question booklet to the answer sheet. The IELTS listening test consists of 4 parts, which includes conversations between people on everyday social topics and academic matters. Each of the 4 parts contains 10 questions. Common question types include not completion, gap filling, multiple choice, matching, and summary and sentence completion. As for preparation materials, official IELTS bodies such as the British Council, IDP IELTS, and Cambridge English Language Assessment, along with many training institutions, provide a wealth of professional and also supplementary materials for IELTS preparation. Regarding test security, the IELTS test is jointly supervised by the British Council, IDP, and Cambridge English, with strict multi-layered security measures to prevent unauthorized access, collusion, and cheating. For scoring and feedback, IELTS listening uses a standardized objective scoring system. Scoring is consistent across paper-based and computer-delivered IELTS, with clear score reporting results and limited but formal feedback channels. However, British English, IDP, and the British Council do not provide detailed feedback such as analysis of incorrect answers or a score breakdown. Only the final band score is reported. After that, let's move on to critical analysis. First, let's analyze test validity. In terms of construct validity, the test accurately measures the intended construct, general English listening comprehension for academic and immigration contexts. For content validity, the 4-section progress gradually from everyday dialogues to academic lectures covering diverse real-world scenarios that fully align with the listening demands of target use cases. Regarding construct representation, the test focuses exclusively on listening comprehension with very little construct irrelevance variance to it avoid including unrelated components and remains focused on the ability it intends to measure. For transparency, the text structure, scoring rules, admission procedures, and accommodation application processes are clearly stated in official materials, such as the document shown on the right. Moving on to reliability. First, inter-rater reliability is nearly perfect for the IELTS listening test. This section consists of objective items with fixed and unambiguous answers scored entirely by the computer. No human rater judgment is involved, which eliminates inconsistencies between different raters. As for inter-rater reliability, this is not a relevant concern since there is almost no manual scoring in the test. There is no scenario where a single rater scores the same test paper multiple times. This avoids any potential inconsistency from the same examiner. Okay, let's wrap up with watchback. From a positive perspective, IELTS listening promotes the development of test takers' practical listening skills, encourages authentic context-based listening instruction, and provides a globally comparable English proficiency benchmark for university and immigration authorities. From a negative perspective, however, it can lead to test-oriented learning. For example, there may be an overemphasis on test-taking tricks rather than real language competence. Training institutions may also adopt rigid exam-focused curricula. In addition, its high-stakes nature can cause test anxiety, which hinders some test takers from demonstrating their true ability. Therefore, when preparing for IELTS listening, we should aim to real improvement instead of only memorizing exam skills. Okay, that's all for the listening section. Thank you.